Todd Shore's McClarty Ford.
Well, we've already seen some rain and severe thunderstorms today, but the main threat for severe weather will be holding off until later this evening into tonight. Will be a warm afternoon, most of us in the 70s and 80s, and that threat for thunderstorms will ramp up closer to sunset. Damaging wind gusts will be possible across much of the Arklatex late this evening and through the overnight hours, in addition to a flash flood threat as well. Have the details on that coming up in just a little bit. That's a look at your Todd Shore's McClarty Ford forecast first. Local Midday begins right now.
Now, from your community, local news that matters. This is NBC6 News Local Midday Update.
But the fact is that we just don't meet the criteria. And that is why today I'm announcing that we'll be extending the stay-at-home order, which expires on Thursday, April the 30th until May the 15th.
Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards, they're extending the stay-at-home order until May 15th. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on Local Midday Update. I'm Fernanda Hernandez. So what does that stay-at-home order actually mean for you? Well, there's three major changes coming as part of this extended stay-at-home order. Malls will remain closed to the public. Now, stores inside the mall may be open, but can only provide items through curbside delivery. Also, starting on Friday, restaurants can allow customers to sit at outdoor tables. Of course, they must be 6 feet away from each other, and there will be no table service. This is simply allowing a person who picks up a to-go order to go sit and eat outside. And lastly, all employees coming into contact with the public must wear a mask. And if and when stay-at-home orders are lifted, salons, restaurants, and some other businesses and churches will be allowed to reopen under phase 1, but they will be limited to 25% occupancy. And Governor John Bel Edwards intends to make his next announcement on moving to phase 1 in Louisiana on or by May 11th.
Some may be looking to other states in our region and looking to see what they're doing and wondering why we can't match our schedule with theirs. But the reality is that the disease has spread through our state at a rate and in numbers that far exceeds those of our neighbors.
And Louisiana has been deemed a hotspot during this coronavirus outbreak. And Governor John Bel Edwards will hold a live briefing today at 2:30 p.m. You can watch that live on our website, arklatexhomepage.com. Taking a look now at the most updated cases here in Louisiana. You're seeing those numbers on your screen. And according to the Caddo Parish's office, COVID-19 death count has reached 110 on Sunday. The average age of descendants is just under 70, with the youngest age 22, the oldest 96. There has been 50 black male deaths, 30 black female deaths, 17 white female deaths, and 13 white males. All of the deaths were of people with known or suspected pre-existing serious health conditions. We have an update now. Due to inclement weather, the mobile COVID-19 testing site scheduled for today at Oak Park Elementary has been canceled. The clinic will be rescheduled for a later date, and we'll be sure to update you with that information. And Money Matters and the governor's extension of a stay-at-home order comes as Louisiana lawmakers have money trouble on their minds. NBC6's Harrison Golden explains what a trending petition is demanding.
The question isn't just when more parts of Louisiana's economy will reopen, but also how.
I'm simply encouraging the governor to let local leaders and business owners apply these guidelines on a regional or parish-wide basis.
That's the goal of a new online petition.
More options.
From Republican State Senator Sharon Hewitt.
Every area is different, and the type of industries in those areas are different, and no one person can map out the perfect plan.
Hewitt says at some point the petition will go to Governor John Bel Edwards.
You have enough population centers around the state where cases are increasing and hospitalizations are increasing that I don't feel it's appropriate to do this by region or by parish.
His more statewide take on the coronavirus response got his mansion some protesters over the weekend.
It's insanity. It's un-American. It doesn't belong in Louisiana. That's why we're here.
Let people take personal responsibility in how to thoughtfully reopen so that we can balance both lives and livelihoods.
In the meantime, legislators and the governor do agree on this. Buying from the local businesses that are open is a public service in itself.
Buy local. At some point,
in the near future, we got to start putting our dollars back into the economy to get the economy moving again.
I don't believe there's anybody out there who wants to reopen the economy more than I do.
In Baton Rouge, I'm Harrison Golden.
And the economic stress can be felt here at home as the local casinos move toward almost 2 months of closures. Compared to February, local March total receipts were down 28.1 million. In March last year, the difference was 38.7 million less. Horseshoe had the biggest decrease at 64.9%. El Dorado wasn't far behind at 60.1%. And the total casino receipts for Shreveport-Bossier were down at 61.1%. This major decline will result in similar reductions in casino income to Shreveport and Bossier City. Over in Arkansas now, the most updated numbers were released. There are now 3,069 cases of coronavirus. There have been 51 reported deaths. And Governor Asa Hutchinson said the personal protective equipment supply chain continues to grow, with several sources providing necessary gear to hospitals.
I think it was a couple weeks ago you announced that the state was sending some ventilators to Louisiana to help there. Do you know if those ventilators are still there or if they've been returned?
Actually, Governor Edwards indicated that they were in good shape, and so they were not sent because the state of Louisiana said they were no longer needed. But he called and made sure that we understood in Arkansas how much they did appreciate that willingness to send those ventilators there.
Some hospitals have found PPE on their own. Now, FEMA has helped out as well as the state, and Governor Hutchinson will be giving a COVID-19 update at 1:30 p.m. this afternoon. Of course, you can watch that briefing live on our website, arklatex-homepage.com. And over in Sevier County, there's an effort to spread factual information about COVID-19 to the Latino community. It's estimated that DeQueen's population is around 50% Latino, and community leaders say many do not speak English. A recent conversation between County Health Officer Dr. Jason Lofton and Pastor Horatio Sotelo had more than 12,000 views and has been shared dozens of times. Sotelo says there's a thirst for local news in Spanish.
So whatever we hear from national TV or international TVs.
I wanted people to be informed, and a lot of fear comes from lack of information.
And Dr. Lofton plans another update in Spanish sometime this week. Over in Texas now, here's a look at the new coronavirus numbers there. There are now 26,171 cases statewide, 690 deaths so far. And the Texas Health and Human Services Department says more than 300,000 people have been tested for the virus. And Governor Greg Abbott announced the next steps for reopening businesses in the state. Retail stores, restaurants, and movie theaters will be able to reopen on Friday. He also says the mandatory quarantine for Louisiana travelers ends today. And as for those newly reopened businesses, he says this.
I am limiting occupancy to no more than 25%. This is a proven business strategy. It's exactly the type of practice successfully used by H-E-B and Home Depot.
Abbott also says that the mandatory quarantine for Louisiana travelers ends today. And over in East Texas, Healthcare Express started antibody testing today. People who have the coronavirus don't always have symptoms, and this test will determine if you have built up an immunity to COVID-19. Those willing to be tested will have their blood drawn, and doctors then send the test off to a lab. Those results are available within a few days, and doctors say they've had many at-risk patients take the test just for peace of mind.
People, they're very concerned that, you know, this may kill them. So coming in, having the test done, just knowing you have some protection will kind of, you know, put them at ease a little bit.
And doctors say even if you are immune, you should continue to wear a mask, wash your hands frequently, and of course, practice social distancing. And today, 20 Texarkana nonprofits are participating in East Texas Giving Day. The online event allows the community to make donations to nonprofit organizations across East Texas. President Kyle Penny of East Texas Communities Foundation says organizations had to cancel their spring fundraisers that would normally bring in a majority of funding for their services. And for those who may be feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or need help coping with COVID-19 related stress, the Keep Calm Through COVID hotline is still open and providing a 24/7 counseling service. This phone line will put you in contact with trained, compassionate counselors to support you through this difficult time. The service is available to you at no charge, and you're seeing that phone number on your screen. And stay with us. Severe weather is back. We'll tell you which areas will be affected next. And coming up, we're going to show you how the Milam Street Kitchen is making sure the community has a hot meal. Plus, the Pentagon has confirmed some unidentified objects. Could it be aliens? We're going to tell you later in the show.
And now, your weather authority, Josh Marcis, certified the most accurate forecast in the Arklatex.
Well, welcome back. We are expecting, unfortunately, another round of significant severe weather later this evening into tonight as a cold front makes its way in. We've seen some hail and some wind with the storms already today, and it looks like damaging wind gusts will be the main threat for us closer to sunset tonight. A lot of this will occur during the overnight hours tonight, so possibility we do see some 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts. That will result in tree and power line damage across the region, so power outages will be possible for us. We've already seen some heavy rain today. Another round of rain on the way. We could see some 2 to 3 inch accumulation, so flash flooding a concern for us overnight, in addition to some large hail, not quite as large as what we saw last Friday, but easily could see some $quarter to $half sized hail, which will do damage as well. So here's a look at your Robinson Futurecast. We go through the afternoon. We'll have to keep our eye on anything that does develop here, I-20 and southward. The possibility we do see some hail with some of these storms through the daylight hours today, but you'll actually see this main line of storms begins to make its way in later this evening and into tonight. So this is about sunset here. That cold front will bring a serious damaging wind threat to northeast Texas, McCurtain County, as far south as Texarkana. Storms will maybe weaken just a little bit tonight, but the possibility of that wind damage will carry with them even as those storms roll past Texarkana. So the window for storms in Texarkana somewhere between 10 p.m. and midnight. Shreveport, it's looking like about 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. or so, and then those storms will continue down into Sabina, Natchitoches parishes about 2 to 3 o'clock. We should see all this come to an end by the time we reach sunrise tomorrow morning, but again, wind will be the main issue with these storms out there. So make sure you have multiple ways to receive weather warnings tonight, whether it's the NOAA weather radio, enable the wireless emergency alerts on your phone, something that will wake you up in case you do have a dangerous storm that's making its way into your particular location. This will all wrap up. Again, overnight, we're looking at the sunshine returning tomorrow and thankfully a dry pattern taking over for the rest of the week and into the upcoming weekend. Here's a look look at the rainfall totals, we've already seen a few areas pick up several inches of rain, I-20 and southward. We will add to that with that line of storms moving in late tonight, early tomorrow. We could see some 2 to 3 inch accumulations. I will say on this map, don't focus on your town, but just the ability for us to see 2 to 3 inches of rain, which given the recent heavy rainfall that we've seen could cause some flash flooding issues, especially on some of the roadways, underpasses, poor drainage areas that typically take on high water in your neighborhood will likely be flooded tonight and early tomorrow morning. Hopefully we'll see those issues kind of come to an end by the time we reach the morning commute, but we'll keep you updated from 5 to 7 tomorrow morning right here on NBC6, and a look at your 7-day forecast as we dry out tomorrow. Stay dry for the rest of the week and into the weekend. Your weekend highs will be pushing 90 degrees. Make sure you check arcltexhomepage.com today for severe weather updates. That's a look at your weather forecast. Let's send it back to Fernanda.
Thank you, Josh. And you can get up to the minute information on today's storms through our new weather app. Your Weather Authority app is now available for iOS as well as Android devices, and it's designed to give you the important information you need to keep you and your family safe in severe weather. You can download the Arclitex Weather Authority app right now from the App Store as well as Google Play. And Education Matters in Grambling State and Southern University will receive a combined total of $1 million from the National Park Service, according to Senator Bill Cassidy's office. The money, according to a release, will be used to preserve historic structures on the historically black university campuses. Funds will be used to renovate the Health Center, part of Grambling's History Village, and the Southern University Archives building. Grambling State President Rick Gallo says, quote, "Our campus is covered in historically significant gems, and we're grateful for this support from the National Park Service to preserve one of our most important landmarks." And Community Matters and people who were already struggling financially before the coronavirus outbreak are now hit even harder following weeks of shutdowns and stay-at-home orders. NBC6's Jenna Jordan shows us how a program with Southern University Shreveport is helping out with a hot meal.
The Milam Street Kitchen Incubator and Community Kitchen Project, or Miss Kick for short, is helping kick hunger to the curb during the COVID crisis.
A lot of focus is on our frontline workers, but there's a lot of people in these food insecure areas that they are the ones that really need that dire need right now.
Keidra Brown caters meals with Keidra's Kitchen. She spent hours preparing hot and healthy grab-and-go meals for those in need Monday.
Baked chicken, dirty rice, green beans, and a roll tonight. It makes me feel good knowing that, my food is reaching the soul and the hearts of people to be able to come back and get more.
Taking time to season each dish with care and compassion.
It's a blessing. We prayed about it, and it's just a blessing to be able to give people hot meals that's unable.
The appreciation evident on each person's face picking up a meal. One gentleman we spoke with did not want to be on camera, but sums it up like this.
This is the best cooked meal I've had probably in a good while. It's a blessing. It's true right over the heart, kindness over the heart.
Jenna Jordan, NBC6 News.
And those meals are served at lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday and are handed out while supplies last. Now, they hope to continue the project for 8 weeks as long as they have enough funds. And stay with us. We're talking health after the break, and we tell you what deadly factor could be contributing to the majority of the pandemic deaths. Find out next.
This is NBC6 News Local Midday Update.
Welcome back. Health Matters and Walgreens is expanding its drive-through testing for COVID-19. This announcement was made yesterday and follows a similar one from CVS. Now, Walgreens says it will provide the test in 49 states plus Puerto Rico, and it says it's working with government and health leaders to focus on underserved communities. And the goal is to test 50,000 people per day. CVS says it will offer drive-through testing at up to 1,000 locations really soon. It hopes to test 1.5 million people per month. And the next time you head to Kroger, you may notice all of the employees wearing face masks. Well, that's because it's now mandatory. This new rule kicked in on Sunday, and Kroger CEO says employees will have to wear masks no matter where they are in the store. Until now, they only had to be worn in certain sections, and it's not the only thing that the company has done in light of the coronavirus pandemic. Earlier this month, Kroger limited how many shoppers were allowed inside so that they could make sure that there was enough distance between everyone. They've also added plexiglass partitions at checkout lanes, and they've got special hours for at-risk populations. Meanwhile, blood clots are becoming more common in some COVID-19 patients. Doctors are seeing clots all over the body, including legs, kidneys, lungs, and even the brain. Matt DeLucia explains.
I am seeing a higher rate of what we call venous thromboembolism, blood clots, either in the legs or in the lungs or elsewhere. And I'm encountering it way more than I would typically encounter it in a similar patient population.
Dr. Rick Pescator is an emergency physician. He's used to seeing pretty much everything in the ER, but COVID-19 continues to offer new lessons. Here's how blood clots work. If I get it cut, clotting is the body's natural response to stop the bleeding and form a scab. But if that happens abruptly in a vein or an artery, that can cause a blockage and be life-threatening.
We have autopsy studies now that are showing microthrombi, tiny, very small clots that are found diffusely throughout the lungs and even in the brain as well.
A study by MIT found more than 70% of people killed by COVID-19 had clots blocking small blood vessels.
This viral infection is so intense that it not only inflames certain parts of the organ like the lung tissue, but the lung blood vessels and blood vessels throughout the body, including the kidney and the heart and the venous system in your legs and your arms. So even arterial clots can occur, which is rare to see with infections overall.
Dr. Gerard Kreiner has also been seeing more cases of blood clots at Temple University Hospital, leading him in some cases to use medication proactively.
What we will do is that we will anticoagulate people much more aggressively than we did in the past, and in some cases we'll fully anticoagulate the patient with blood thinners just to decrease the complications of clotting.
And a few symptoms of blood clots can be pain in the legs or chest, swelling in the arms or legs, and skin discoloration. If it's reddish or blue, you should call your doctor. And stick around, aliens may exist after all. We're going to tell you the latest from the Pentagon coming up next.
This is NBC6 News Local Midday Update.
Welcome back. Do you believe in the extraordinary? Well, what about UFOs? Well, the Pentagon has officially released 3 short videos showing unidentified aerial phenomena, or UFO. This is a video which circulated in the public for years. It was actually captured by Navy aircraft, and it shows what appears to be unidentified flying objects. They're rapidly moving while recorded by infrared cameras, and 2 of the videos actually contain service members reacting in awe at how quickly the objects are moving. One voice even speculating that it could be a drone. Pentagon officials say they released these videos to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that's been circulating was real, or whether or not there is more to the videos. And on that extraordinary note, we're sending it back over to Josh for one final look at your forecast.
Well, a final check of your forecast. We do have the thunderstorms on the way later this evening and tonight. Severe weather is likely, so make sure you check arkltexhomepage.com for severe weather updates on our blog throughout the day. Right there on the front page of the website, and will dry out after tonight. Again, wind will be the biggest issue with the storms tonight, drying out for the rest of the week into the weekend. Look for lots of sunshine after today and highs in the 70s and 80s.
Thank you, Josh, and that's all for your local midday update. We're going to see you back here at midday tomorrow. Have a good one and stay safe.